Yo, it's RockstarCRO, ready to give you another show. Welcome, wonderful people, to another highlights review on a hidden gem I found a while ago. I bought this game on sale thinking for the price it seemed worth it. I'm glad I bought it, as the RTS first-person action, as well as the RPG elements in the game, grabbed my attention. I got a lot more than a hybrid game. If someone is looking for a game to occupy their time with a ludicrous amount of content, this is it. The game layout is simple and was extremely well done, which makes it easy to pick up and play. You start off in a diplomacy room with a bunch of different species with completely different opinions. There are many diplomats and generals that are on your main ship. You can command them into battle or ask them to offer advice. Your generals will be sitting at the bar for the majority of the game. You can see other rooms, such as your throne room, when you eventually choose a wife, research rooms, and diplomatic rooms. In the throne room, your wife will give you scenarios, and you can choose to aid her antics or to bring a halt to them. Your decisions directly affect your economy and your chances at winning the war. The dialogue itself in this game is top notch, but for some players it may be overbearing. Luckily, you can skip dialogue. Animations were done carefully and creatively. As you can see, some of the characters will do things when they think no one is watching, which is a nice feature. When dealing with varying diplomatic races, you have to be careful in accepting certain laws. While some diplomats will side with the legislation, others will oppose it. You can easily interact with the head diplomats and see what their stance is on an issue. Those races who oppose it, your diplomatic popularity among them will be affected due to the decision. These decisions, such as instating conscription, have direct effect on your strategy and your goals. Generals will also have their say and may need your intervention on certain issues. On the Raven or the Mothership, the player can decide which units to unlock through research points or spend these points to unlock special abilities for the Dragon. I highly suggest you find a balance between what you want to research. You can help your units out, which gives you a better ground of attack, but if you have a powerful Dragon, it can change the entire game. For example, Warlocks can turn other units into giant ladybars and render them useless for a certain amount of time. A special Dragon ability can allow you to shield some of your units or use special fire-breathing attacks and explosions against your enemies. There are 3 types of dragons you can choose from: Mountain, Zephyr, and Saber. Mountain has the lowest health but the highest damage. Zephyr, which I'm currently using, is opposite of Mountain, while Saber is an in-between version of the two. Like I said, your dragon can make a huge difference in battle, so pick carefully. Like the Dragon, certain units have special abilities that can turn opponents into a ladybug. Why they chose that, I'm not completely sure. There are different types of cards that you can play during a vital part within the game. Some cards disturb opponent villages, while other cards will enable you to deploy more units within a battle. There will be opportunities to deploy cards in battle before it starts. The battle RTS scheme, mixed in with turns on the main strategic map, makes the game unique. I wish other devs would look to expand their horizons in this fashion. We are just starting to see a small emergence of RTS meets FPS hybrid games. Anyway, that's another story. After you tend to diplomatic situations, you go to the strategic map room or the bridge. You can make or move units, as well as place strategic cards to help your struggle. If an enemy has an abundance of a certain unit, cards exist to inhibit movement of those units onto your territory. Other cards exist to boost your war party or boost to your economy. Once the turn is ended by the player, the computers make their moves and battles. The player can observe as they plan their actions or can press skip to make everything go a little bit faster. When the battles are available, the player must choose whether to send and pay a general to command the battle or run the war themselves. By the player choosing to fight here, the Dragon Commander, player may not fight in another location as their general is left up to the task. Due to that, the game's decisions can be a bit rough over time, as you may run the risk of losing an area if you are not proper with your battle decisions. This is an exemplary feature in the game. I find the gameplay overall to be a simplified version of an RTS, but nonetheless fun. There are no real buildings to build in random locations. Rather, the building foundations are given on the map, and the player needs to approach them in proximity to control it. Only by having control may a player build shortly after. Calling your dragon into battle is cool, simple, but really requires someone to read the controls, or you end up button mashing everything trying to select your units, or sending them completely to the other side of the map. I find there was a good balance put into battling, planning, as well as the diplomatic side of what's going on in the ship. The game feels well balanced, and it does feel like every decision you make will impact you directly. The battles may lack for some, but for others, they will enjoy this simplistic approach. The amount of visual effects in this game are astounding. Menus you would find otherwise stagnant always have something going on in the background. The characters themselves in-game have awesome animations, and everything from them to the environment was carefully drawn. There is no shortage of graphics here. Sounds are fulfilling and explosion sounds are varying. The dragon attack sounds may get annoying, but do provide for a solid first impression. Music was also extremely well done. I think when you get immersed into a game, you start feeling its full effects when the music plays to the mood. Overall, I thought it was fun, not the best RTS out there, but gives players a different experience. If you support game diversity and like RTS and sort of FPS mixed together, this may be for you. I would also recommend playing on easy first, because damn can this game get hard. I would also say that this should be a game on everyone's library, for a proper price of course. For future DDC games, please incorporate the ability to control one of your units. When you die, you automatically jump to another unit. That would be nice. Also, having generals by your side is a neat feature, and yes, they have their own unique abilities, but perhaps add an RPG element so the generals are more dynamic and perhaps grow over time. It would add another depth to the game. Also, if you can, and if you're watching this, try to get some more people playing online on multiplayer. Thank you for watching the video and being a wonderful person. I hope you got some good insight into the game and saw some cool things. Have a good day, rock out, and keep on rocking on.